Hello there, welcome to Story Time. My name is Lee and I am a children's librarian at the community library, and I am sitting right now in the treehouse, which is where I normally do story time when we can be together, but we still can't be together, so I'm doing some virtual story times, and I'm doing it in the treehouse, kind of pretending you guys are here because I really miss you quite a bit. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're all doing well, and let's get on with story time. So this week we are going to read books about apples. I was just back in Vermont visiting my mom because that's where she lives, and Vermont is known for apples, as is Washington and Oregon in the west, but back east Vermont grows a lot of apples. Macintosh are the apples that they grow, and they're kind of famous for, and they're delicious. I just love them. So I thought apples might be kind of a fun story time theme. So let's read some books about apples. The first book that I'm going to read is called From Apple Trees to Apple Cider, Please. It is written by Felicia Sanzari-Chernesky, and it's illustrated by Julia Patton. And when it's illustrated, that means she did the pictures. And I like the pictures in this book quite a bit. They're really fun. All right, so here we go. Hello, apples in the trees, growing just for Mom and me. Reaching up, we take our pick, twist and pluck them, that's the trick. I like this page because they're different trees and they label the different trees and kinds of apples. So this one is Honeycrisp, Granny Smith, Golden Delicious, and Fuji. All very delicious apples. Wow, our wagon's apple full. Mom, let's roll, I'll help you pull. Past dappled leaves and through the loud and happy apple picking crowd. Scarecrows, mums, and bales of hay help to lead us on our way. Here's the mill, now let me guess. That's an apple cider press. Right there, there's the press. Squeeze all those apples and get the juice out. Clean the apples, check for worms, wash and dry them, no more germs. Every apple does its part, whether juicy, sweet, or tart. Red, green, yellow, drop them in, turn the crank, the shredder spins. Look at that shredder, it's mushing up all the apples. Wind the metal wheel to crush, in the bucket, apple mush. Twist the press to squish and mash. See the cider splish and splash. Turn the tap to fill the jug. Hear the cider, glug, glug, glug. Mom, I'm thirsty. Can we stay? There's a festival today. Come and get it, gather near, gobble up some apple cheer. Cobbler, fritters, pie, the rest. I like cider donuts best. Gulp it cold or sip it hot. Apple cider hits the spot. Apple smiles, so glad we stayed. Now we know how cider's made. Here we go. So where my mom lives in Vermont, she's pretty near an apple orchard, and they make apple cider, and they make those apple cider donuts, which I have to say are delicious. They're some of my favorites, but then donuts are always kind of pretty good. All right, our next book is called Apple Farmer Annie. It's written and illustrated by Monica Wellington. Look at all those apples on the cover page. And there she is in her orchard. It's the title page. And this is the dedication page where she dedicates it. It's for Barbara, Jonathan, Emily, Elizabeth, and Alexander. And then the story begins. Annie is an apple farmer. She has a big orchard of apple trees. In the fall, she picks baskets and baskets of round, ripe apples. She grows many kinds of apples. She sorts and organizes them. Annie uses some of the apples to make sweet apple cider. There's a press again. She uses other to make delicious, smooth applesauce. I made some applesauce for our dinner last night. It was very good. I added some cinnamon. She loves baking muffins, cakes, and pies with her apples. Look at her little doggie and kitty. Do you think she shares her treats with them? I know my dog would like them. I don't know if my kitties would. But she saves the most beautiful ones of all to sell fresh at the market. She loads everything into her truck and drives to the city. Look, there's her truck on the bridge. Annie the apple farmer sets up her stand in the farmer's market. Lots of customers come to Annie's stand. She is busy all day long. By the end of the day, she has sold everything. She packs up to go home. Annie is tired but happy. It feels so good to have her own apple farm. And that's the end. At the back of this book, there are a couple recipes for applesauce, apple muffins, and applesauce cake. It's kind of fun. You could go home and bake some stuff. All right. And then our final book today is called Tucker's Apple Dandy Day. It is written and illustrated by Susan Wingett. Tucker was excited. His class was going to visit Farmer Sam's apple orchard. "I'll bring home apples," Tucker said. "Dandy, we'll have apple pie," his mom said. Said Dad and Tulip. "I hope it doesn't rain today," said Mother. "No way," said Tucker. Miss Blossom's class rode out to a big farm in the country. It didn't take too long. Look, they're on the school bus. "Yay, we're here," shouted Tucker. "Welcome," Farmer Sam said. "Have any of you picked apples before?" "I've picked blueberries," Tucker said. Farmer Sam smiled. "Berry picking is fun," he said. "Blueberries grow on bushes, and apples grow on..." Do you know what apples grow on? "Trees," the children shouted. "Oops," said Tucker. "I like tractors," Tucker said. "Hop on to go to the orchard," Farmer Sam said. Yay! Tucker and his friends climbed onto the big wagon. Vroom, vroom, Farmer Sam started the tractor, and they took off. "It's bumpy," said Tucker. "And jumpy," Millie agreed. Farmer Sam drove into the orchard. "Pick as many apples as you like from the low branches," he said. Jonathan, Jared, Beverly, Scout, and Millie ran to the trees, but Tucker wanted to get a better look at the tractor. "It's sure a dandy," Tucker told Farmer Sam. He heard Jonathan shout, "I've got 2 apples." "Look," Jared called, "I found a little worm in mine." Tucker ran over. "You get all the luck," he said. Would you feel lucky if you had a worm in your apple? I don't think I'd feel too lucky. It is a cute little worm though in the picture. Millie looked sad. What's wrong? Tucker asked. I don't have any apples, Millie said. I can't reach. Tucker looked around and then he had an idea. He helped Millie step onto an apple crate. Now I can reach, Millie said. She held onto Tucker with one hand and picked apple after apple with the other. Miss Blossom came over to hold Millie's hand. You get some apples now, Tucker, she said. But Tucker stopped. He helped Scout move his bag to another tree. Then he helped Beverly, who needed help. Suddenly, a big raindrop landed on Tucker's nose. Plop, plip, plop, plop, plip, plop, plop. Time to head back to the barn, Farmer Sam shouted. Everyone hurried to the hay wagon but Tucker. He reached for an apple. Tucker, hop on the wagon, please, Miss Blossom called. But Tucker began. Now, Tucker, Miss Blossom said. Back in the barn, Millie said, I got 8 apples. I have a whole bag full, said Jonathan. Me too, said Beverly. I didn't get any, Tucker said. I have to get some apples, Tucker told Miss Blossom. I promised my mom. His friends heard him. Here, Tucker, Millie said, handing him 2 apples. You help me get these. Take one of my apples, said Jonathan. Take some of mine, said Beverly. Everyone started sharing with Tucker. Soon, he had lots of apples. Enough for a pie, Tucker thought happily. Then they all had fun playing hide and seek. Can you find all the friends in the picture? That's a fun place to play hide and seek. Lots of good hiding places. On the bus, everyone sang, Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Soon the sun was shining. I'm proud of you, Tucker, said Mother, when Tucker told her all about his day. You helped your friends, and then your friends helped you. Now let's get some work done. What are they making? I think they're making pie dough. Who brought home the apples for this apple dandy pie? Father asked. Tucker, Tulip said. He helped make the pie too, Mother said. Well, look what you can do, Tucker's father said. I'm so proud of you. I had lots of help, Tucker said with a smile, but I can eat pie all by myself. I can eat pie all by myself too. Can you do that? It's pretty good. So thank you for tuning into Story Time. Usually when we do Story Time at the library, we have a craft or an activity after we read stories. And so what I thought was I'm going to share something with you that I hope you can do at home. This is a recipe for applesauce muffins that I got from a friend of mine a long time ago when my boys were little. She made these muffins and my boys liked them so much that I said, I need that recipe. So we've been making them ever since. They're delicious and hopefully you might get a chance to make them at home too with a grown-up. So if you do some baking, I hope you have fun. Thank you for tuning in. And remember to go get some apples because they are so very delicious right now. Thanks. Very good.